Good morning, everyone. Um, this morning I woke up a little sad, and that's only I think it's because um, I haven't been taking my medicine, and that's because my pets got a hold of my main medication, Prozac, and they they just opened it and was playing with it, and so they just they were no good anymore. Thank God they didn't drink it. But I had a psychiatrist appointment yesterday, and I kind of know I've been sick when I stopped taking my medicine. So I kind of know already the symptoms when it's severely bad or when so I didn't want to alarm my psychiatrist. So I said everything was okay, and I was feeling okay, but not okay to where my flashbacks keep coming back, and so this is one of my flashbacks that I woke up this morning, and I was thinking about a time when way back when my dad took us to Mexico and had my aunt. She had like 11 or 12 kids already. She was taking care of us, me and my two brothers. And um, we were little. And I remember I was in diapers. Maybe, yeah, I remember I was in diapers because I remember my aunt changing my diapers. I felt so good. One time she changed my diaper, I was soaking wet. And she changed my diaper, and I felt so relieved. But another time, I remember wearing some panties, and we all slept on the floor. And we all slept on the floor because, we didn't have that many beds, and people that work, they would sleep in the beds. I think that's what it was. And um I I I one night I remember opening my eyes. It was pitch black, but when I opened my eyes, I saw this face real close to me, and it was kind of moving. I couldn't see because it was so close to me, and I couldn't see. And then as it moved further away from me, I started seeing a face, looking at me straight down, and I was so scared, you know. And after that, um, like when I slept at night, um, I felt somebody fondle me in my panties, like playing with my, private part. And I will pretend that I'm sleeping, and I will pretend that I move, like turn around. And this was one of the oldest cousins. Um, mm, I'm not sure how old is he. Maybe in his 70s, 80s. I don't know. He was that big, grown back then, and he was one of the bread making, that worked to help my aunt. And then I learned to pee, and when I peed in my uh, panties, I learned that he didn't touch me. So I kind of got smart. I would pee every night, so he could stop touching me, and I slept very comfortable. Then it got to the point where my aunt would sleep, have me and my two brothers sleep together, and she started checking on my, because it became a habit, me peeing, and um she started always checking at me like around 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. And if I peed, she will make me get up and wash the heavy blanket. And in Mexico, the everything's outside, the faucet, the restroom. And so the faucet was outside, and I remember being very cold and I was soaking wet. She will make me take a bath in the cold weather. I was just, and I can't even carry because the more you wet the heavy blanket, the more it gets heavier. I couldn't even, uh, she had me there. It, it was every night. Like if I used another blanket and I peed again, I couldn't stop peeing because it became a habit. And, but at least, nobody touched me. And this was another time when I finally came back to the United States, and I still peed because it was a habit, something I picked up from Mexico. And then my mom would belittle me, when I would pee. My mom would, when my aunt would come over and visit, my mom would always say that I was very cochina, that I peed in the bed, and she would belittle me in front of anybody that came and visit me. And in Spanish, cochina is dirty, but in Spanish it sounds more like ugly. It's an ugly word, dirty. And that I was dirty and nasty. And so that's what I grew up in, just that I'm a dirty person, and I'm a, you know, um, so, but I didn't stop peeing. And, I remember that I was already married the, with the father of my kids. And I remember that even then I was afraid to go to sleep because it would be so embarrassing if I wet while I'm laying down next to him. I I would be so embarrassed, so I wouldn't sleep at night. I would stay up. That was until I learned that if you don't drink something after certain hours, you don't have to worry about that. You're not gonna wait in bed. But I would stay up just for the simple fact that I didn't want to wait in the bed. I couldn't control it. It was just a habit I picked up. And I remember being at job court. I went to job court, and I remember that I wet in bed. And I was a teenager back then. And I went to see a counselor because the counselor wanted to see me, and they wanted to see why I pee in bed. And I was like so apologetic. I didn't know. And then she explained to me that the reason why she was asking is because if I was having problems at home, a lot of kids, um, they have issues peeing in bed because maybe something they're going through, and that's the only way they can, um, you know, express some feelings, some feelings that are there. And so I shared a little bit with her, and so she understood me. It was then when I realized that the counselors were like for me, not against me. And um, it, I had another issue when I was in Mexico. Well, we had came to the United States, and I had, like I said, then my parents went to go visit Mexico, and I remember me and my cousin would be in the same bed. Sorry, it's my dog. They're playing. Um, we would be sleeping in the same bed, and she was sleeping to the wall, and I was sleeping towards where it's easy to get up. And I remember something was touching my lips, but it was dark, but I could see a shadow, and I can also, through that shadow, I could tell who it was. And especially because this person is dark, very dark. And I remember something was touching on my lips, and I soon realized that it was his. He was standing up, and it was his private part touching my lips. So I kind of like, "Ugh." And then I kind of pretended that I moved, and I turned the other way, and he left me alone because I moved. He got scared, and I guess he stopped. And I could never forget that. This one was another oldest cousin, and I never told anybody, but it's uh, I, not too long ago I shared it with one of my aunts, and I just don't know um what happened after that, but I'm gonna soon find out. Um, but yeah, and today I get my medicine, and today I start taking my medicine in hopes that I don't have flashbacks anymore. Thank you. Have a blessed day.